want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver.
It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seattle Seahawks. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. And his first pass is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58.
Throwing again, Wilson. Flush to his right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
58, Mike, 58.
To throw again, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Throwing again here, Wilson. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Zadarius Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Another try after the 1st down sack. Wilson. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? It had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
It's a free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, oh, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And following the pick-6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick-6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. A pass underneath for Carson. It'll be a gain of 4. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. And the Seahawks and Eagles, you might remember, they met up in the wild card round a season ago. It's a night Philly fans could probably stand to forget. Carson Wentz exited early after just 4 passes thrown, and Josh McCown had 40 years of age brought in, but the Seahawks, they were too tough as they slugged out a 17-9 victory. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly, and he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
The 41-yard line.
They run it with Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A gain of a yard.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
On 3rd down, Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well, and they took the shot downfield. They were more than prepared for that one.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. They really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 7.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bush. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this,
it is cold.
And it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. Tyler Lockett was the target there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Wilson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script. From fourth down to first.
10 at the 18-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Will Dissly with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point up and through by Myers. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the Eagles dodge a bullet. They cover it up. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also, it may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
On first down, Hurts. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete.
Second down and 10.
Here's second and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Bush. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up third.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? It looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Eight yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
9-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And he'll give it here to his running back. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to...
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, offensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
For a Seattle.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the shotgun, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
Will Dissly, the intended receiver, but it'll be second down. Throwing again. Wilson. That's complete to Dissly, the tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter, 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. That's complete right around the 8. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
3-yard pickup.
To throw again is Wilson. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
4th down now looming after Philly's defense stands tall in coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Myers' kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
A gain of 13 yards. First down, Philadelphia.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Makes the score Eagles 21, Seahawks 10. Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Wilson after the play fake Carson. Flushed out right. That's to the tight end, Colby Parkinson. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. The intended target there was Gabriel Davis, but it's going to be second down.
2nd and 10.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson being chased out left. And it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Jacobs, the ball carrier.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson, and they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Jake Elliott.
The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is up to 18 now. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got to be still reeling from the events of a moment ago. What a turn on that last play.
You're knocking on the door. You're about to take it in. You think you're going to get some points on the board.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Wilson.
Preston Smith in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Play action. Now Wilson. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derwin James with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Taken down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
56.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line.
Hey, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Rashad Penny on the return. The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. On the move to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards 2:22 on the clock. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They go play action with Wilson. Short throw to Dissly. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 22 yards there, a 1st down. They go play action now. Wilson. That's complete to Davis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Wilson will throw again. And he's got it. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit. Again, Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And the Eagles hands team able to cover it up. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And to give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 40.
They go play action with Hurts. He'll get this complete to Jalen Reagor. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain there of 21 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarter.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Eagles 45, Seahawks 16.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. To throw again, Wilson. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Wilson's pass.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll find Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Throwing again here, Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll check that down to Carson. 7 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down. To throw is Wilson. Going for Metcalf. And this is caught. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to cut into that deficit. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
A gain of
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Eagles on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now a handoff here to his running back. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
And for the second time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. True on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And this one is right down the middle. And that will extend their lead even further. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Play action. It's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. It's a big play there for Seattle. 55 yards. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. Steps away to his left. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off inside the 10. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but still the interception.
I think what happened, he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
And nice yardage right off the bat here as he's up to about the 24-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
And it's 3rd down.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
All right, I don't want to get too poetic here where they talk about, you know, the eyes being the windows of the soul. You know what else the eyes do? They see the open spaces on a field, and those eyes carry your legs to those spots. And that's what happened on that play. He saw an opening and went and got it.
Well, he really hasn't ran the ball all game. 4th quarter here, need a big play, able to pick it up. So whatever the eyes saw and created, it worked. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of 3, second down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
And it's third down.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 4, but they're still a yard short here with 4th down, forthcoming. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. A carry here for the big tight end. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense. But they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. And an Eagle first down.
Nine yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for